Hi everyone, it's Miss Beckman, and I just wanted to give a little bit of an updated version of the how to do the last and final task of the OMJ or the Ohio Means Jobs Readiness Seal. Remember, this seal can be completed in both CBI 3 and Ohio Means Jobs. So for this instance, I am going to access the CBI 3 way just so that y'all can see kind of how I get there. And then I will also, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this and show you how I would get into it via the Ohio Means Jobs course as well. Okay, so once you're here on the Welcome to CBI 3 homepage, where you're going to click is OMJ. Now, this will immediately bring up the one-stop shop to the OMJ Readiness Seal. So it explains what it is, it explains what's good to know, like that you do not need a printer for this. You definitely will need your computer, but not a printer. And then it shows you the professional skills that you are required to complete. And all down here is instructions for how to set up your career plan, register for the account, create a career profile, save occupation, all that jazz. So if you are at this step, I assume you are ready to do the last and final portion of the Ohio Means Jobs Readiness Seal, which is going to be right here. So you can go ahead and open the form this way, and then in the CBI 3 class, you can get there the same way through the HTML one-stop shop, and you will just go down and click on open the form. Now, another way you can get here, because I want everybody to be able to access it multiple ways, whoops, is if you go into the modules in both classes, into the modules here, you will see that there are assignments, right? So register, create your career profile, all that jazz. We're going to skip down to the bottom for this one just because we are going to work on that last task. And same goes with the OMJ modules. Let me get that opened up. All right, so here in the modules, you can also see that the completed seal verification is on the last page. These are going to look exactly the same because they are. So this video is going to replace this current video, but there will be a walkthrough video right at the top, easy peasy for you to access. There is also a one-stop shop that is a Google version that you can even save. So if I went like this and I click the little star, I can put it into a bookmark and access it all the time right up here. Another way, you can add it to the bar up here if you so please, but not important at this time. So the first thing you're gonna do is you are going to open the link to the Google Slides editable version. Once that is open, you're gonna make a copy. This goes for both assignments. This goes for both classes. Now, from here, you just fill in the blanks. So I would put my name here. Whoops, hit my mic. Student name. And then my graduating year is going to be this year, which is 2026. I'm going to put my name in one more time. Actually, not one more time. I kind of did lie about that a little bit. You will have to do some more names. And then I'm going to zoom in so y'all can see this. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to provide evidence of how I supported each of these skills. So for the reliability skill, I'm going to say, I demonstrate reliability by dot dot dot, finish the how you would demonstrate reliability. You're going to do the same thing for the rest of these. I demonstrate work ethic by working hard in all of my classes, and that's that. So how you demonstrate reliability, reliable and integrity and responsibility. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of use their words. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you demonstrate reliability by having integrity when submitting offline time for school. And remember, this is just an example of how the test student demonstrates theirs, but you will continue that through all of these skills, through punctuality, through discipline, through teamwork, through professionalism, through learning agility, critical thinking, and problem solving. And then there's more on the next page. So you have leadership, creativity, oral and written communication, digital technology, which you all should be very skilled at this point. You do go to an online school. And then you're also going to do your global and intercultural fluency and career management. Now, at the bottom, you are not done typing your name yet. So go ahead and click on the student signature. You are going to type in your name, and then I'm going to make sure that my names match right there, right? Your school name is obviously Gateway Online Academy, and then your school email is going to be usually its first initial, middle name, last name, O1, sometimes it's O2, depends on how lucky you get, gatewayohstudents.org. And then today's date, which today, while I am recording this, is the 22nd. So once you have this, fantastic, but you are only halfway done, okay? So, what you're going to do now is you're going to think about who your mentors could be. So, all of the blue part is to be completed by you first. Now, if I want, let's say I would like Mrs. Coburn to fill out my reliability, I'm going to move this up to school and I'm going to preliminary type Mrs. Whoops. C so that she knows where to sign when I send this to her. This definitely helps your teachers out a lot. It does not count as signing for them as long as they are doing the comments and they are doing their signatures all the way at the end, okay? So then it is your job to let your teachers know that they have to leave a comment in the green section. So Mrs. Coburn might say, student, oops, demonstrates reliability by, and Mrs. Coburn's going to leave her comment here, okay? I'm going to continue that for the rest of these. But here's the kicker. You need 3 different mentors, right? So we're going to go down here. 3 different mentors, see where all these signatures are. And Mrs. Coburn's going to be my first one, so I'm going to go ahead and let her fill all of this in, or maybe you just want to do the typed out name so that your mentors can go ahead and fill in their own signatures. And she's going to put her initials here, and she works for Gateway, but you can leave all of this to be signed by your mentor. Your mentor has to fill this out, but it is your responsibility to let them know that they have to fill it out. See what I'm saying? So the next portion, or I guess we're going to go back down here. So since Mrs. Coburn is from school, I need at least one of these to be from work or from the community. If you do not work a job, you have to find a community mentor. What is a community mentor, you might ask? We have tons of examples at what a community mentor is. Think youth group leaders, think past coaches for any sort of external, not related to the school and not related to work. Okay, so if you have any volunteer opportunities, the YMCA is one that I see a lot, of Boys and Girls Club leader, anybody who is not affiliated with the school or your workplace. All right, so they can sign for that. Your workplace could also sign, but what I should never see is 3 of these that say school. These 3 all have to be different. Not all of them, but 2 of them can be the same. One has to be different. You need 3 mentors from 2 environments. These are the environments, the school, community, and the work. Okay. So if I have my boss sign on the work, I'm going to make sure on the line where my boss's signature is going to go, maybe I work at Taco Bell. This is going to be Mr. Boss, and his name is Mr. Boss. And he's going to put in his phone number and he's going to put in his email and the date that he signed. But Mr. Boss also has to make sure that he is filling in all of the areas that you ask him to. Your mentors, you cannot just send this to them, okay? You can't just send the mentor paper to them and say, fill this out. Okay, you got to ask a little bit nicely. So, luckily enough for you, down here, I have a ready to use email template. This works really well if you're emailing or texting your mentors to get them to sign. So, hello, mentor. I look up to you. I obviously change their name to their name. Don't leave mentor in there. I look up to you. Would you be willing to comment on a few of these? And then just take out the ones that you have. Whoops. What just happened? Okay, that's fine. So take out the ones that Mrs. Coburn signed. Since she did reliability, I'm gonna take that off the list. And then I need a third person, so I can't send all of these. So maybe I'll take digital technology out because I do go to school online. So I'm gonna find another teacher to do the digital technology teacher. I'm going to move that to school. And then the rest of these are all going to be Mr. Boss because I'm going to ask him really nicely if he can fill it out. And he is going to tell me yes because when I'm that nice, how can you tell anybody no? So I'll move all of these to the work spot. And I'm just doing that by dragging. Wait until you see that crosshair and drag down. Same with all of these. So this is a very repetitive process. And then all of the ones that you would like Mr. Boss to sign, I am just going to fill in so that he knows through the email and by looking at the sheet what to sign slash fill out. Okay, so all of these are going to be work, Mr. Boss, and Mr. Boss is going to leave comments all the way down. Okay, so once we are up here, Mr. Boss, this is also going to be Mr. Boss. All right, and then once I'm down here, and my teacher comment, and Mr. Boss comment. Okay, so now that all of my comments are filled out, Mr. Boss is signed, I need one more teacher. And teacher is going to sign down here as well. And teacher, school, perfect, perfect. And they're going to do the date as well. So now what you're going to do is you're going to delete where it says copy of up here, and you're going to put your last name. Last name underscore, last name dash. I do not care which of the ways you do it, but I would love if you could fill out your name. Please rename it. Then, once you are 100% done with this, you'll go to File, Download, and you're going to save this as a PDF document. This is very important that you save this as a PDF document because when we go to upload it to Naviance, you might run into problems if you choose document or if you choose any of the other kinds, especially like rich text. Go ahead and skip that one. Don't do a document. Don't do a PowerPoint. Just download it as a PDF. You will save yourself in the long run. So once I have this download, I'm going to pop it open. I'm going to make sure that everything looks right on my end. Yep, see, we have 3 signatures, 2 from teachers, 1 from boss. So we have 3 signatures coming from 2 separate locations, school and work. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the completed seal verification area right here in our Canvas assignments. I'm going to click Start Assignment, and I am going to go ahead and upload a file here. So I can go to my recents, and I'm definitely going to have a PDF of where it says last name OMJ somewhere. I might have to open it from my Google Drive. So let's go ahead and verify that. Oh, tool is not available. Perfect. Let's pop this out and make sure that it is downloaded. You might have to go in, depending on what computer you use, you might have to go in and download it, or I might have to go in and do a print destination to save it as a PDF. So once this is through, oh, it must have already existed. That's fine. We're gonna go and we are going to find that file. So since we renamed it, it's gonna be pretty easy to find. Name dash OMJ, and we're gonna go ahead and here it is. Name dash PDF. We make sure that we get the right one, not slides. You want the PDF. So go ahead and we're gonna click open. It'll add it there. You can submit the assignment. I'm not going to for sake of it's gonna tell me that I can't because I'm not a student. But there's also a scribe walkthrough right here. If you click this purple get started button, you can go ahead and use this just like a slideshow, and it tells you what to do as you walk through it. And then another super, super helpful tip that I have is there is a completed sample of what a readiness seal validation form should look like. So the key is that red is filled out by you, blue is filled out by the mentor. So we are going to go ahead and walk through this just like how we did on the actual one. So you're going to make sure your name's there, your graduation year, your name again. You're going to leave all of the comments wherever you see red. That is what you are going to do. All of the red is on you. So same down here, all through the leadership, all through creativity, innovation. Make sure you get all of these little buttons moved to where they need to be. And then you go ahead and you send it to your mentor and you make sure that they fill out everything that you ask them very nicely to do, okay? Once you are done with that, you may think that you are done and you're close, but not really. So go ahead and open this Naviance student button. I can't get in through Naviance student. So for sake of this, I'm gonna show you, it'll open up and it will say open in a new tab. You can go ahead and click on that. For sake of what I'm doing, I do have to log in as a teacher because I do not have a student account. All right, so once you see this, almost. All right, once you see this, you have gotten to the right place. So I'm gonna masquerade as a 12th grade student, and I'm gonna show you my process for uploading that completed seal verification to Naviance. You're gonna click Planner and then Tasks. Then you'll scroll down to where you see that number 8, which is right here. I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna browse my files because we have already saved it under name dash, whoops, OMJ. And we're gonna upload the PDF. For some reason, not for some reason, because I'm not a student, it will not let me upload this. However, you will see a little green check mark here. When you see the little green check mark, your work is done. There is nothing else you have to do because you've already submitted it here. You already saw the confetti here. You've already submitted it to Naviance. Now your teacher just has to grade it. And from there, you are all set as long as you have done all of those other 8 tasks. All right. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much. And congratulations. You're done with your Ohio Meets Jobs now. Bye.